Welcome, third graders, to Home Learning Day 18, April 22nd, 2020. There you go. There's our assignments today, boys and girls. Just another reminder about my mistake. You're working on homework, remember, 6-3 today. So we're going to work on that. Of course, you're watching the video. Daily language review, word work, continue working hard on those geometry words. Religion, you're going to draw and color your own Great Commandment poster and write the Great Commandment verse on it. And yesterday you were supposed to write that in cursive. I hope you did. I hope to see some of these. And then we are, of course, are going to continue with our reading of Seeds Behind Trees. Great job today. On today's actually the day 17. In your discussion of the beginning of Seeds Behind Trees. Well done. Let's take a look at some more geometry terms. Trapezoid. Well, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. Right there. Those are parallel, going the same direction. Do you see that? These are not. Okay. And then that takes us to opposite sides. Well, opposite sides don't share any points. They don't touch at all. They are actually across. So adjacent sides actually share a point. So these two touch right here, these two sides, and so these would be adjacent sides, and the same thing here. These two sides are adjacent, these two sides are adjacent, and then these two sides are adjacent. So this side here is not adjacent to this side. Those are opposite sides. Okay? Let's take another look into the glossary of our book. There you go, trapezoid, a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. And there we have a couple examples. Let's move to find opposite sides. Let's see if we have that in here. I bet that's in here somewhere. There you go, right there, opposite sides. Very good. Opposite sides of a polygon that are across from each other, they do not meet at a point. Side A and C are opposite sides, so there you go. This is the opposite side of this one, and then this one is the opposite side of this one. Okay, let's see if we can find adjacent. Adjacent. That's got to be at the beginning with the A, right, guys? Adjacent. Oh, there you go. Adjacent sides. There you go. Two sides of a figure that meet at a point. And there's our example right there. Side A and side B are adjacent sides. They meet at a point. Boys and girls, so it looks like you're going to have to do some drawing today. Yes, you're going to have to draw some shapes, and I think after you draw those shapes, you should probably color them, make them look beautiful. So go ahead and do that. Let's see what's happening on the back side here. Oops, I think we saw that. Was that yesterday or the day before? Ooh, circle all the words that describe these figures. Yes, we're classifying these figures. Okay, you might have to look back at yesterday's video or maybe the day before. Or I suppose you could look things up on the internet or give me a call. Or we'll talk about them in our video conference. Boys and girls, I came out of my basement where I make up these videos. It's nice and cold and dark down there. And found a beautiful day. And I was looking at this beautiful sidewalk. Wow, I just had an idea. since it's so beautiful, and you might have sidewalk chalk at your house. I don't think I have any at my house. I have to wait until Mrs. Hickey comes home to tell me if I have any. Man, I have the idea that you could just draw some of those geometry shapes and even label them on your sidewalk. Maybe take a picture of them and send them to me. Let's look at some of our daily language review here today, boys and girls. It looks like we're going to have to use our alphabetizing skills here. Which word comes last in alphabetical order? Oh, keyword last. A lot of times people do these and they think, well, they don't look at the directions. So last, that sticks right out. So let's see, we have probably R comes before U, and there's two R's, so these two are going to be up front, and these two are going to be in the back. And then you're going to have to compare third letters on these two and third letters on these two. So good luck with that. And here you have some right here too to do the same thing with. Now, past, present, or future. Danny and I will be in 4th grade next year. Past, present, or future. Will. Hint, 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 hint. Will. Correct these sentences. Can you add, subtract, and multiply? Well, yeah, I think I can, but I think we have to capitalize that. And looks like we have a list here, a series. We're gonna have to have some commas. Probably a comma there, right? That's in. And well, now what is this? Is this a sentence? Is this a statement or a question? It's a question. What goes at the end there? In class today, we will read the short story, A Day at Camp. Well, prepositional phrase here in class today. Well, it's kind of short. Some people may not put a comma there, but you could put a comma there because it's kind of like a timely phrase or prepositional phrase. But I don't think our answers have it. In class today, we will read the short story, A Day at Camp. Now, short stories are not like books. So you're going to have to put quotation marks around this one. This is a little bit tricky of one. And so we put those quotation marks in up front of A, because I think that's the beginning of that title. You have to capitalize the title, not at, because that's one of those small words. And then you're going to put a period here at the end, and then make sure you put that period, and the quotation mark comes after the period. All punctuation is inside quotation marks, boys and girls. Okay, good review. I don't know if you know that last thing about short stories. That might be something new for you guys. For yesterday, boys and girls, you were to write out the Great Commandment in cursive. And there's mine. I wrote this out. And, it kind of seems interesting in that it's Matthew 22, verse 37, 39. Well, that little part where Jesus is talking about the two parts the commandment is taken out. So then to show that, we put these dots in there, that there's a piece in between here, these two verses. And what do you guys think? I didn't do too bad. I skipped a line because these lines are a little bit tighter, a little bit closer together, but I want you to notice how, look at the margin here. I have margin over here. I have margin over here. I didn't write right up to the edge. So it's not the best. I go over my lines or on the top and the bottom a little bit too much, but I can't wait to see yours, and particularly your posters. So I hope you have some great posters with a lot of love symbols on there, like hearts and Holy Spirits. Boys and girls, I was very happy with our day 17 video conference. It sounds as if many of you have a great start on our new book, Seeds Behind Trees, and he gave me a great description of the main character, and his name is Walnut so far. Some of you know that his name gets changed, so we're not going to spoil that too much for you. But here are some additional questions for us to think about as we move through this first chapter. Okay, I think we've covered that first one already. We certainly have. What words or phrases in the beginning of the story infer that Walnut does not see well? Who is teaching Walnut to shoot a bow? Why was it important for the boys in Walnut's community to learn how to use a bow? What was Walnut's uncle's name? We covered that today. Here's a little bit longer of one. Whose idea do you think it was to have a listening trial for the boys before the shooting trial? Why do you think that is the person? We need to talk about that one. That's a good one. We'll have a little debate on that. Who brings the deer? We talked about that today. We didn't talk about this. Who's the werewolves? Who is Grayfire? What are some things that Walnut can do well? Why was Walnut given the adult name Seeds Behind Trees? Boys and girls, I want to tell you, I very much enjoy our video conference sessions over Zoom. It's been really a joy, and I like the great attitude. Keep having that, and I like the attitude and the effort that I see with many of you getting up early and really getting going on your work. You've already watched the videos, some of you, before we're even in our video conference, and you're done with a lot of the work. So, wow, what a great attitude. Keep doing that. And if you're not in that groove yet, it's really important to set a routine for yourself and stick to it, so some of these assignments don't get away from you. Remember, it's really important for you to get that math finished every day. So we really need to concentrate on our math and our communicative arts. So let's keep working hard. You're doing a great job. And always remember, go Zephyrs!